Hello, and welcome to the Unoriginal podcast. The name might change depending on you, the viewer. I'm one of your hosts, quote unquote. I am Cameron. And here with me. You gonna say anything? Okay.
The camera couldn't pick up on that.
No, it did. Trust me, it picked it up. Go ahead. I'm not cutting that. I'm keeping it.
And this is Jonathan.
His name is Jesse.
No.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
No, you're Jesse.
See,
I'm pretty sure if anybody here...
I'm gonna sue your channel now.
You're gonna sue my channel?
You're violating my privacy. I don't want to disclose my
fine.
name.
How about I turn on the webcam instead? Just go ahead and get a full frontal look at your face.
Actually, this is gonna be you in the future.
Swear to God, if it's something that's gonna get my video claimed like last time. Oh, fuck you. Worst part
Honestly, it kind of does look
fuck
like
you.
I'm sorry, it
fuck
does.
You. Worst part is, I have no idea how to put that in the video either. Well, yeah, I do, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm lazy. Point is, it's a really fat dude with hair, so just gonna leave that little image to the mind of the viewer. Anyway, welcome to technically episode 1 because we have an episode 0 that I refuse to post. Might come out depending on how you guys react to this one. Might. Anyway, let's discuss some shit because we've got a full-on 59 whole minutes going. Hey Jesse, how are you doing today?
Awesome.
Oh, okay. So, have you heard about Scott Cawthon? You know him? That name's ring a bell? I'm talking to you.
What?
You serious? I'm talking to you.
What are you saying?
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta do this?
I'm sorry, I was reading this meme. How Fox is concerned about trick-or-treaters, beware of marijuana edibles. And this person is like, absolutely no one on the planet will give away their edibles for free to your children. Please grow up.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means no one in the right mind will give away their edibles for free. Because it's expensive.
Actually, that's kind of true. Unless you're that much of a mad lad, though. Which I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are like that. A lot of pieces of shit who do that kind of thing. Me included, probably. But
it's pretty much for the mindset that drugs are pretty expensive nowadays.
They are.
Why the hell are people concerned about their kids getting drugs?
Yeah.
Unless their kid has money.
That's true.
Because no one in the right mind is going to give away drugs for free.
That's very fair. And it is very true that drugs are much bigger now than they were. Because they become more of a mainstay around here. Man, there's so many different drugs now. Have you heard of crocodile?
Nope.
You haven't? Oh god. It's okay. So I actually watched a little documentary on this not illness, but this little drug. It's if you take it, it'll actually make your skin rot. Low key, it'll actually make your skin rot. I saw it'll make your skin rot and look more scaly. That's why it's called crocodile. But it's very, very dangerous because it gets to the point to where it makes if you keep taking it, it can actually make your like bones show. Makes you look like an undead. Or like a what are they called? The things from Skyrim. Groggers. Makes you kind of look like them. I saw a picture of this one lady who actually had like a full on like a hole pretty much just opening up in her not her stomach area but her thigh area, and it was pretty freaky to look at, actually, because she was really skinny and really pale. You could tell she was in pain. You're not even paying attention, are you?
No, I'm actually looking up the symptoms, and here's.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can't show that. I can't show that in the video. Yeah, it's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. And there's a reason.
World's deadliest drug.
There's
so
a reason why there's not that many people taking it here in America.
Yeah, it's a Russian flesh-eating drug.
It is. It started out there, and it's building. It's growing. Don't know why. I guess it's like really good to take. It gives you a really good feeling or some shit. But
I don't know if the consequence of having your flesh eaten is worth it, but
it's fucking worth it to them, apparently.
Apparently, oh my god.
From what I know, I could be wrong, but from what I know, crocodile, if you take it, it's supposed to make you...
It's supposed to make you turn into this.
A crocodile, yeah. Fucking idiot. No, but from what I know, it's supposed to make it to where you can't feel any pain at all. So that's why people who take crocodile and like have their entire forearm just ripping itself apart and falling off, they look completely fine because they can't feel a single bit of it. I saw an image of this one dude who took, or no, it was a very short video. It wasn't quite a GIF, but it was like a few seconds long. It was this guy who actually had like his skull exposed somewhere on his head. It was around like the left side of his head, and he had blood like coming out, and there was this green shit coming out of his head too. It's really freaky looking. The guy was just kind of laying there on the ground. There was a little bit of a blood splatter from where he hit his head. It looked like he did it on purpose, like he purposefully hit his head on something just to see what would happen. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that dude now. What are you looking at now?
Nothing really. I'm just listening to you. So.
This is going to be a usual thing of the podcast. Usually it's
I'm sorry. I can't really think of anything.
Talking.
I mean, we could talk about drugs, but
Oh yeah, let's talk about drugs. Have you taken any?
No. Anyway, let's go back to crocodile.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's made off of headache pills mixed with gasoline, paint thinner, alcohol, or iodine.
Don't know why you have to tell the viewers what it's made of, but okay.
Because if they want to make it, there they go.
That's a bad idea. You know what? Fair enough. Is that all? Is that all it's made of?
Well, at least everything that's on a public forum.
Okay, so for those of you out there who, if you're really legitimately brain dead enough to want to try crocodile, there you go. Don't blame us if you ruin your life. Because that is very much going to make you stuck in a bed for the rest of your life.
Pretty much.
If you're lucky enough, your legs won't literally be nothing but bone by the time you're done. Because there are many, many people who have taken crocodile and have had the unfortune of having mainly their legs get destroyed.
This is more sad, is because one of the patients at the hospital's Joseph's Medical Center, Illinois, is a 25-year-old woman who has used heroin for 10 years.
Oh, God.
25 years old, so she's been doing heroin since she was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And she started using crocodile, and now she's in extreme critical condition.
Terror of drugs, man. That's how drugs get you. And that's heroin?
No, she was a heroin addict, but she started using crocodile. And her health condition just plummeted. So
yeah. I will say that I think heroin is better than crocodile, but you shouldn't take either, because either one has the possibility of ruining your life. It's just one is more of a physical matter.
Yeah, because the drug, apparently it almost immediately starts to destroy blood cells and blood vessels. Ooh.
Now, for those of you out there who want to cosplay as an undead or a zombie or something for like Halloween, fucking go for it, dude. Live your dreams. If you want to change your sexuality to be a zombie, go for it. We we here at the Unoriginal podcast, we support you wholeheartedly.
No, not me. I do not. I am not associated with this guy.
We both support your life choices.
No, I do not.
Yes, we
do. He does.
We absolutely do.
I do not. I am making a public statement. I am not associated with whatever.
No, he agrees.
No.
See, you can't see our faces. When he says no, but he's like nodding his head at me, saying yes. He agrees. So
what you're saying is really bad.
It is
Stop
it. Oh, come on, it's a joke. If anybody takes that shit seriously, you're legitimately a brain dead person.
Yeah, there are people that definitely will.
The worst part is there are people who would actually do that. Hopefully none of them are either of our followers, though, if we even have any. But yeah, don't do that. Don't take drugs. Don't take any drugs.
You actually post this video this time.
I am. As long as we don't talk about anything fucked. Even though we talked about crocodile.
Drugs already, so.
Hey, we're making an announcement. For those, if any of you want to start taking drugs,
don't.
Fucking yeah. You'll hear it here first. At the Unoriginal podcast, don't take drugs. And you know what? I'm doing it now. We're gonna put a spin to it because rather than I would much rather, I don't know if both of us do, but I would much rather people here actually understand that drugs are a lot more not a laughing matter. Okay? So I recommend your homework for today, I guess, is try to look up crocodile. Look up what it does to the body. Look at the pictures. Look at how patients look now after taking crocodile. Look how fucked up their bodies are now. And also look into things like heroin and crack. Definitely look into those. See how people's lives have been affected by those things. It's fucked, man. Drugs will really, really mess you up. But I mean, hey, I don't agree with it that much, or really at all. But I mean, hey, if you want to ruin your life that badly, fucking go for it. But you will regret it. You will. Things like weed or vape aren't quite as bad, especially weed. But I'd still recommend not taking it because it still counts as a drug. Still fucks with your head. It'll still do things to you. Anyway, have you ever heard of Scott Cawthon?
Mm-hmm.
You have? What does Scott Cawthon mean to you? Take me back to the past when things didn't suck ass.
Creator of FNAF.
Mm-hmm. What is FNAF? For the small brain people out there who don't know.
You just basically called any audience that doesn't know.
I did, because they are. FNAF is everywhere right now, dude. Like, come on. There's no way nobody, unless you're Amish, or if you just don't know what technology is, or if you've been around since the 1930s. So yeah, what does FNAF stand for?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Fuck. And so many more. Man's made books. Man's made games. Man's made comics of those books. Man's got voice actors. Man's got a movie probably coming out. Probably. I don't know. Man's big, and man retired. Man's gone.
Yep.
Really sad. I don't think he's completely gone. He's gone enough to where he's not going to be making any games anymore. But on the bright side, at least he's trying to find a successor to take over his work. I hope it's someone well known. It'd be kind of cool if Daco or somebody like that could start. Fuck it, I think MatPat would be pretty good about that. It's not much of a game maker, but the guy's pretty smart. Markiplier. There we go.
No.
Markiplier would be amazing. He would be amazing. It would be nothing but like a still image of Purple Guy over and over again, and then him saying, "Was that the bite of 87?" Then Golden Freddy appears and he kills you. Fuck, man. It's really sad knowing how he's gone now.
Yeah, I'll miss him, but
He was good. He was good at what he did.
Sorry.
Nice. Really just had to let the viewer hear that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thank you. I hope you die now.
Mm-hmm.
No, but oh boy. I remember back whenever I first saw Five Nights at Freddy's 1. It didn't even start with me seeing the trailers or anything. I saw I believe I saw one of MatPat's earliest theories about it. I think that's what got me into it. Or no, it was Markiplier's first playthrough. That's what it was. I saw his video of it. I wasn't even a Markiplier fan at that point. Quite literally, his first video is about FNAF, is what got me into both FNAF and Markiplier. So that's pretty cool. I was in middle school at the time. I think I was in 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade. It was also whenever I met my friend Nick, our friend Nick, old friend,
Former friend, pretty much former friend.
Ex-friend, because fuck him. He decided to leave. It's really sad. Oh yeah, wasn't it me and Nick that got you into FNAF? Or were you already into it?
I was already into it before you. Mm-hmm.
I really liked FNAF too. Fucking hell. Dude, that's something you can say about Scott. He was really quick about getting games out. He was really quick.
Yeah. I mean, they worked fine. Pretty much better than a lot of game makers.
To be fair.
Out there nowadays.
Yeah, to be fair, the guy's been around a lot long before FNAF. Even before the Woody's chip place. Chip Master? I can't remember. He's been around for a long time. But damn. He made some good games. FNAF 1 is where he started. I remember when... I think my favorite trailer out of all the FNAF games was actually the FNAF 2 trailer. Where it was the kids were singing the London Bridge song as the camera was slowly veering over to Withered Bonnie.
That's my favorite too.
It was a really good one. Very effective.
Eerie.
Definitely more effective than I would say FNAF 3, personally.
That's true.
Now the FNAF 4 teasers, though, those were pretty cool.
FNAF 4 ones, yes. And the FNAF 3.
Those were really cool.
And there were sister locations. I was only a fan of one of them, and that was the one with the lore in the background, you had to brighten the image. It basically said Circus Babies was closed down to a gas leak.
Oh, the canceled due to leaks. Yeah.
Canceled due to leaks.
That was smart.
Remember that.
That was really smart. That scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Once that trailer came, people thought the game was canceled, but no, it was just a trailer.
Yeah. We thought.
Well, even I didn't even think the game would be canceled because it definitely seemed like something Scott would do.
Oh yeah, it was smart. He was very smart about it.
It was like when he released the demo early for Sister Location on Game Jolt, and it was just a fan clone of one of his other games.
Yeah, it was there is no pause button.
Yeah.
And he had his little character with a Freddy head on it.
Yeah.
Damn, that was cool. He did the same thing with Pizzeria Simulator.
Yep.
That's true. Which of all the games would you say is the best story-wise?
3.
Why is that?
Because it had more lore about Purple Guy and just an overall happy ending for everyone.
Yeah.
The souls were at rest. Everyone can finally get a happy ending. Except for Purple Guy.
Yeah, except for Purple Guy.
But FNAF 2 didn't add much story, let's be honest, but...
That's fair. I don't know. It added a lot more mystery.
Actually, for the mini games, it did add more story, but for the overall game...
I'd say it added more mystery, really. You know?
Yeah.
That was the game that added... It was FNAF 2 that had the whole thing moving much quicker at a much better pace. And that's pretty cool.
I would say FNAF 4. Say FNAF 4, good game, but it was unnecessary. Story was mediocre. It just made everything confusing. It had the box, never revealed what was in the box.
That was the point, though. It was that you were supposed to forget it.
And then the whole point of Sister Location. That game was definitely very irrelevant. It didn't even need to exist.
I like how you just skipped over FNAF World.
Yeah, because it never added any longer. It was just a fan game. I loved it. It was fun. It was hated because people didn't like it.
It was hated because it was so different. Yeah.
It was more cutesy. It definitely did have some horror elements, but not
Yeah.
It wasn't the jump scare.
It was fun, I would say.
Yeah, it was more just a fun game. And people hated on it.
Oh, yeah. People hated on it a lot. To be fair, whenever it first came out, it was kind of shit.
Yeah, and then the updates came, and it was
better. It became its own thing at that point.
But even then, when it first came out, I still liked it.
Oh, yeah. It was still a cool game. I liked it.
And the Halloween update, was it?
Oh, God, that was cool. Oh, I love how it actually added in more animatronics.
Yeah, and then he just stopped altogether. Then he moved on back to the main series of after...
Yep, he went to Sister Location after that.
After Sister Location, it was Ultimate Custom Night. Mm-hmm. No, wait, it was...
No, it was Pizzeria Simulator.
It was Pizzeria Simulator.
And then it was Ultimate Custom.
Then it was Ultimate Custom Night.
And then it was Help Wanted.
Help Wanted. That game did not need to exist. I mean, it was fun.
Absolutely. It was really fun. I still have yet to play it. We both do.
Yes.
We still dearly want to play it too.
It is fun.
It looks really good. Yeah. And I believe that's the first game where we actually got to see Scott Cawthon. Or no, it's not true. Because Scott Cawthon's face was actually in FNAF World.
Yep.
In the Freddy in Space minigame.
I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
It was a big have you even played that minigame?
I did. It's just been a while. I just don't remember.
Yeah, it was the final boss in it.
Could be. I don't remember, so...
It was pretty creative. I think the whole point of him making FNAF World was just so that way he could do something different.
Yep, and then...
Which, I mean, fair enough, because, doing just the sad, scary shit for so many years can kind of drain on you. And especially since that was all that he was working on. He didn't get to work on anything else at the time. There was no movie coming. There was no... I don't think the books were out at that point.
No. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't even want to look it up right now either.
Yeah.
The books definitely added more mystery to
They also added a lot of weird shit.
because the stories was both in its own universe. It wasn't part of the main story series, but it definitely added more elements to the main series to make you question it.
Almost all of them had ties to the original Freddies Pizzeria company, though. All of them had ties to it, except for one, from what I know.
Yep, it had more lore to Fredbear's Family Diner. It added the original creator of the animatronics, Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
There's still a bit of a mystery going on with Pizzeria Sim. Like, is it taking place? Like, when is it taking place?
that is taking place
It's taking place somewhere.
after FNAF 3. Because after FNAF 3, the place burned down.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere along the way, then they got Scrap Trap. It was Spring Trap.
It was completely fucking different. And very much not scary at all. I like his voice actor, though. His voice is really cool.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Did you know that the voice actor of William Afton is also the one who voices Michael?
Didn't know that, but that's interesting.
Yeah, he voices both. There's a lot of voice actors, and God, fucking Ultimate Custom Night was just so much fun. It was nothing but fun. It was fun. I liked it.
Never played it personally, because yeah, I like a challenge, but
Well, no, I'm not. Well, I haven't really gotten to play any of it too. Or well, yeah, I did. I got to play a little bit of it whenever Nick got it, or I think you got it.
it's free, so
Yeah, but you got it on the old computer, and yeah, we tried playing it a little bit. I could not do shit.
yeah, because the save at the time was garbage. Well, you could download it on your current computer.
Yeah, but I don't want to because I'd rather die. But no, I meant fun as in it's just the fact that there were now voices to every single animatronic.
That's fair.
I found that to be really fun because I found myself just really wanting to hear every single voice line, just to hear what everyone would say. It was cool.
That's fair.
It was just cool. I just liked it. Did they what was his name? Entered but without baby in it. Molten Freddy, yeah. Was he in that one?
I don't remember. I couldn't tell you.
Shit. That's lame.
Yeah.
Because I really like how Molten Freddy looks. Really like how he
It
looks.
was a good design.
Definitely an interesting design. I'd say him and Scrap Baby both looked really good. Incredibly different, but very good. I like the idea of a bunch of animatronics forming together into something. I will point out a little bit of an inconsistency though. Whenever all four of them were together, they were like human sized. But whenever Scrap Baby left, they became like super big out of nowhere. It's a little bit of an inconsistency I don't think I liked.
Yeah, once Baby was still in Molten Freddy, they were, entered.
Yeah.
But then once Baby left, Baby was somehow still the same size as she was before they combined.
Yeah.
And she was a big girl too. So.
Also, she had the weird looking like scissor hand too. That just kind of came out of nowhere.
And the roller skates, I guess, but.
Also, she still had the same colors, even though Ennard's entire body was like nothing but gray.
Yeah,
apart
there's
from the mask.
a lot of inconsistencies, but. Shit. I'm getting tired.
I really liked how Ennard looked. Ennard looked pretty cool. But I think Molten Freddy looks cooler, I will say.
Yeah, I definitely do like his design as well.
He seems more. It seems like whenever they were Ennard, it was Baby that was keeping them all together. It was keeping them all in a certain little entity, kept them calm, I guess, in a way. I'm kind of butchering how it's explained. It seems like whenever she left, they all just kind of got confused and didn't know what to do. Like, didn't know what they wanted to be, so they just became a huge, mangled monster.
More chaotic.
A lot more chaotic. There you go. More like a roaming animal than a person. How do you feel about the idea of that you're playing as? How do you feel about the idea that you're playing as Michael in Pizzeria Sim?
That was pretty cool. I mean,
do you think that makes sense?
You know what? At this point, it's best not to question logic because.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Everything changes. Like I said, I like it.
It would kind of make sense. It would make more sense because then it would make sense that the scrap animatronics would be going after him, after you, because you'd have been something that they wouldn't really make sense for Baby to want to come after you so badly, but Afton and maybe Lefty, but I really like the idea of Lefty too.
The puppet.
Yeah, the fact that the puppet was supposed to be difficult was the fact that the puppet was apparently so difficult to find or so difficult to capture that they had to make an entire suit just to capture him. I like the idea of that. I think it's pretty cool. I find it kind of weird how Lefty still, like the suit itself still wants to come after you though. A little weird. Ugh. Oh yeah, but shit. Help Wanted definitely destroyed the canon. Definitely ruined people's perception. And for good reason. Kind of fucked up the whole universe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't count it as canon.
Nope. I don't. But it's still a nice game to replay.
It fills the same holes as Ultimate Custom Night. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I don't think it's meant to have some bigger meaning. Even though Ultimate Custom Night ended up having a pretty big meaning at the end. But yeah. I remember back whenever God, I found it really fun how the ending of whenever you beat FNAF 4, or no, I think it was after that, after FNAF 4 had came and gone. There was the poster of all of the animatronics at the time, like just together, and it said thank you. Then as time went on, the animatronics would turn into their FNAF World counterparts.
No, you're talking about that was on the website. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty creative.
Yeah.
I liked the idea of every time he would post, it would be kind of like a little mini game of looking around for where the new animatronic was.
Yeah, I think the game should have ended at 4. At this point, I don't even know if it was really Scott milking it, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly just the fans of just wanting more content.
Yeah, at the time, the fans just would not get off his ass.
Yeah, they would keep saying, "Make more, make it. When's the next one out?
When's the next FNAF game gonna come out? When's the next one? Is it gonna have the purple guy in it?"
Yeah, then just the whole lore just became so convoluted. I just don't even know what it was supposed to be anymore.
It was becoming bigger and bigger.
Yeah, but then the whole story kept changing and changing. It's like
now it's like confusing to know which animatronics are being possessed or not.
Yep, because FNAF 2, they're not possessed.
Yeah, FNAF 2 was definitely the one that got people questioning it. Like,
because in one of the mini games, we definitely saw kids being killed in the FNAF 2 location. But
yeah,
there's really no solid, are these possessed?
definitely a questionable thing. Definitely questionable. Still a good game, though.
Yeah, of course.
Still an interesting. Hell, the fact that MatPat is still capable of making theories kind of tells you.
Based on the Fazbear Fright books, which are strange. I haven't read them, but I've heard things about them.
Heard good things, heard bad. Not mainly, either way. But, yeah, experiences have been had. I know there are some people who don't like how the characters look in some of the books, or in some of the comic version.
Yeah, well, it's what can you do? Because it was just a book. And with books, you usually just imagine what's going on, and then when it's actually put out to paper, it's like, oh, I didn't imagine the character this way. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's more of people's expectations being crushed of what they wanted. So you
I can understand why people didn't like how Purple Guy looked, though. He looked way younger than he should. He looked way younger.
And say that's just the thing. People just get imaginations of what they want Purple Guy to be, and then when it's actually shown what Purple Guy looks like, it's like, oh,
yeah,
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, like he's not supposed to look like this. He's supposed to look like this.
It's just
the fuck?
Yeah, it's just people's expectations of what they wanted and what it turned out to be are just conflicting. They don't like it. So it's more like you put your hopes up and it got crushed. That's not Scott's fault. It's your fault.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, oh man, God, this gives me nostalgia to talk about, but I remember whenever, I believe FNAF 3, fucking hell, you were gassy today.
I need to shit.
My God, then go. Go ahead. Go take your shit.
I'm just wanting to end this soon because I actually want to go to bed.
Go back. You sure you don't want to go take your shit? We're at 40 minutes.
7 and 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Let's end it early today. So let's just end it off with one final good question. What is your favorite game, and what did you love about it compared to the others?
Mm-hmm. Oh shit!
What showed? What was the golden feature that made you love it compared to everything else?
That's hard. God.
Fine. While you
say
think
first.
while you think about it, I will say mine. Mine was FNAF 2.
Yeah.
It added so much new mechanics, perhaps a bit too much for some, because, well, you had to use the mask, you had to use the camera, you had to conserve battery, and you had to check on the puppet all at once. So while for some that might be a bit much, but for me, I think that was good, because it made you always aware, always on guard, you're constantly doing something. Compared to like FNAF 1,
yeah, and for years after that, it was regarded as the one with the highest count of animatronics in it.
Mm-hmm. Still added the most until Ultimate Custom Night, of course,
which came years later.
Yep. So that was my golden goose. I loved it because it had so much.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna finally make this choice. I'm gonna say FNAF 3.
Okay.
Because for one, Springtrap is absolutely my favorite animatronic out of all of them. I think he definitely looks the best, and there's a really good reason for why people want him in Dead by Daylight so badly, which I agree with. I would love to see him in Dead by Daylight. But also because I like the lore of it, of course. There's a lot of oh boy stuff in it, and oh shit kind of things. I like how we finally get to see something. We finally get to see the purple guy get his comeuppance, and the children seemingly getting to drift away. Or no, not seemingly, because they are gone. They are legitimately gone at that point. They finally, yeah, and it wasn't quite good at its jump scares as the other games before it, or even after it, but it was still pretty good, I would say. It was it was a pretty cool concept having only one animatronic rather than 5 or 10. And it was still pretty good at keeping your shit on the wall the entire time, because you had to constantly move left and right, so you could either look at the. I think that was interesting. The vents played a big part in it. That was definitely something interesting. It just added a lot of new stuff, and I will agree whenever I say that 4 was very unnecessary. Like, we didn't really need it.
But it was still fun.
It was still really cool. And I like how all the nightmares look. They look really cool, but I would actually say that's probably my least favorite out of the main 4. I don't know. It's blasphemy of me to say, but it kind of ties in. I would say that ties with the first game for me, because I hold 2 and 3 to a much higher pedestal than the other two. But I will say that FNAF 1 was a really good one. So yeah, that's my answer. Went on for 3 hours.
Alright, yeah, that was a good answer. Yeah, well, I agree. I love 3. Unfortunately, my ranking of the original 4, I would say it is my lowest. Now, I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's still really good, still one of my favorites. It's just, unfortunately, the main problem is that the Springtrap is the only killer. Well, yes, there are other animatronics, the Phantoms.
Yeah.
They're just more of a nuisance. It's like, blah, you get jump scared,
is true.
You're still alive, and then, your shits are
your shit's all smeared on the wall.
Yeah, your system is all offline, and you have to repower it. And on the later nights, that is basically meaning Springtrap is right outside your door, and you're gonna die. So
I like how it was actually the first game that had legitimate animations though for the animatronics.
oh yeah, like with Phantom Freddy,
The walking animations, stuff like that. Yeah, thought that was pretty cool. They didn't even do that with the fourth game. Sorry.
Nope, they did not. Those are just static images, just of the animatronics moving closer to you.
Yeah, granted, that was pretty freaky to look at, but still.
Yeah.
I will say that one of my favorite things about the third game though is that you get to have a staring contest at some point with Springtrap.
Which can determine if you're at 5 a.m., you could win.
Yeah.
Unless the lights go off, and then, well,
you're screwed. Dead. Yeah. You're gonna die.
Which, unfortunately, another bad thing about FNAF 3 is that Springtrap's jump scare animation
is not that scary.
Unfortunately, it's very underwhelming compared to anyone else.
It's not loud enough, and it's not in your face enough.
For being one of the main villains of the franchise, he has the very most underwhelming jump scare.
It has a similar effect to how Foxy's jump scare was in the original.
Yeah, I can compare it to that.
It'll scare the shit out of you whenever you see him like walking or running up. But
yeah, it's more of a surprise.
Yeah, but once he gets there, he's like, ah.
It's scary when it's unexpected, but
no, yeah, it's scary when it's unexpected. He's pretty good at being unexpected.
It's like, oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, looking around and then, boo, there he is.
Yeah, because I'd say that's a pretty good appeal to it because a lot of the other games didn't really have that same appeal for me.
Yeah, but that's really it. Otherwise, I love the atmosphere. It's just all dark and creepy and
definitely dark greens.
And while it is the easiest on earlier nights, on the later nights,
it'll get really hard.
It gets really hard. But comparatively, at least compared to the more challenge modes, like Golden Freddy mode or all that, I would say the Nightmare difficulty, at least on FNAF 3, is the easiest compared to all the others.
Oh.
The challenge mode for FNAF 3 is the easiest, in my opinion, I would say.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. All right. Is that it? We done?
Yep.
All right. Thank you, all of you, if you're even watching this. Thank you for watching this first episode of the Unoriginal podcast. That name might actually stick, but it's up to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see another one, I guess, I don't know, post in the comments that you want to see a second one or something. And hey, give us an idea on like what you would, if you want the Unoriginal podcast to stick or not. So y'all have a nice day.